welcome back to another episode of the Carolina Otaku Podcast. I am Afro, and I am here with my co-host
Lexi.
Welcome back, you guys. Yeah. So we haven't been gone for too long. I needed a week away. Um, so you guys know how we start these off. Kind of see what we've been up to, and we kind of just go into the topic and shit. You know how it is. Um, so I start with you. What you been up to? The last time we talked, did we already you already went to the weekend concert, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you already did. So what you been up to?
Since then, nothing, which is
Mm.
a blessing.
How the new digs coming? It looks nice.
Anyways,
You don't like it. You
I
don't
don't, I don't.
Damn, man. Okay. Is I don't wanna tell me this, but are you thinking about like finding some other place soon, or are you gonna stick with this?
Oh no, like back to house hunting and
Mm.
doing that. So yeah.
Yeah, supposedly interest rates might be going down soon, so
Oh
that might be a good
God.
thing. Uh, but for me, working two joints, uh, doing half days at one and doing regular full days, and then also working at the range.
So he got 3 joints.
Yeah, um, it's okay. It's all right. Uh, that's about it, man. I can't. It feels good to be making money again. I got my like I got my first check from the new job,
Mm-hmm.
and I got paid for my first week. Boy, what a difference! Boy, what a difference!
Like night and day.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, whoa! I haven't seen this in months. I almost started crying. Um,
Oh.
but other than that, it's been just pretty chill. Just working and coming home and just doing stuff around the house that I can get to and all that shit. So nothing too crazy. Um, so speaking of having the jobs and stuff, we both have worked multiple jobs at the same time. And one of the big things that I think Lexi is way better at than me is vacation, taking time away, and managing workload.
Yeah.
And when okay, it's the difference between managing workload if you're going into an office. I get it because you can leave that shit at home, right? No, leave that shit at work. Excuse me. You leave that shit at work and you don't worry about anything until you get back the next morning. When you work from home and trying to step away from stuff, like you you can do it, but if you have Slack, if you have your work email or any other shit on your phone,
Mm-hmm.
and you're not turning off those Slack notifications when somebody is in a certain channel that you support or whatever, that gets annoying.
It does. It really
That
does.
gets really fucking annoying, and you have to kind of just shut your shit off for that. It's I was literally like I say last week. I'm going in early, leaving like at 12, and then coming home and then doing the rest of the shit that I have to do. Right. So I'm not staying the full hours inside, but it just seems like every time I go in,
Mm-hmm.
it's always stupid shit. It's always shit. Everything can be running smooth. I mean, smooth. And then when it comes to networking shit, it's just like it just shits the bed. And it's always those last 30 minutes when I'm about to leave.
Of course.
And it's like, hey, I ain't got no internet. What? It was working fine. What the hell happened? So now it's going back to where that office is, seeing where that main connection is, checking, making sure that Ubiquity AP and that Ubiquity switch is all good to go, then going back to the server room, seeing if there's a connection there. Might be a bad cable, might be some other bad shit. Then you sit there and you're like, well, it's not anything bad. So what is it? And then you don't want to leave that person
With no internet.
without, yeah, without, access to anything, sending emails and stuff like that. So now you're just like, okay, do I work on this tomorrow when I come in and tell the person, hey, I'll be back tomorrow? And, or you sit there past the time that you need to be there and work on it. You give them the good old try. Yeah, I left. So I did because I had other shit I had to take care of. But it's always shit that happens like at that last minute when you're just about to hit the door. Like
Yeah.
you're just about to log off. Even working remotely, you're about to log off, and then
That's when
somebody
shit happens.
you get that ticket that comes into your queue, and you're like, yo, this is crazy. I have been waiting for a response from you all day, and you want to be a dickhead and send me a message saying, hey, you have time for that call? No,
No, I don't. I don't.
I don't. I'm about to go eat. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. So it it's been it's been working with that, dealing with that, learning how to manage that, and also kind of working within a startup company.
Hmm.
And when I think about startup, I'm thinking less than 500 people. That's startup to me. Um, some other people might say that's wrong, but that's startup to me because I've never worked for a company that had that, like, less of people working remotely and working within cybersecurity and stuff. So it was definitely something that was new. So this whole realm is like just the onboarding process is, you're coming onto a team where it's still being worked on.
Yeah.
So the protocols of stuff, it isn't set in stone. It's being edited and changed kind of
Hmm.
like every day just to meet, like, okay, this is the shit that this person would need access to. This is the shit that this person needs to download. They have to log into. They have to do everything that they need to do with. So that's what I'm going through. And it's more of me, even when I'm ghosting individuals, it's me asking, honestly, the best thing that I can do is, if I'm ghosting somebody and I see that they have like a whole bunch of bookmarks and they're organized,
Hmm.
let me get those bookmarks in that HTML file. Let me get them bookmarks in them HTML files so I can copy them shits so I can have them for myself, so I can just have them things already organized. I did that today. The best shit that you can do.
Hmm.
Ask for people, like with people, if you're ghosting somebody and you notice that they have a certain organization, you're going to be talking to most of your team anyway, and you want to take into consideration how everybody kind of works through tickets and stuff, because everybody's different. Some people write down everything and take notes of everything and put it in Notion or put it in a notepad or something
Hmm.
like that. Some people don't. And but the one thing that everybody has is bookmarks. You have to be a serial killer to be working in tech and not have bookmarks.
Yeah.
Like, that's insane. Um, so bookmarks came in clutch, just seeing everything organized and stuff like that. So what, I guess for you, when you were doing the two jobs, how did you manage that and kind of say, was there one that you put, like, was there one that you gave more time to than the other?
Um, it really depends on like what's going on day to day at either one. Um, it's so like when you do it, you know like on the back of your hand, like, okay, I know I can do this
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna have any issues or whatever. But it also is, how is the work dynamic? So like there's like for you working at a startup, it's small. There's a lot of like there's not that many employees. Y'all are trying to get things up off the ground, setting protocols and troubleshooting like tips, knowledge bases, all that kind of stuff. It's still being developed.
Yeah.
While working at like let's say an established place already, you already have all of that. So like if I run into an issue at an established place, all right, I know I got this article over here that I can go look, or like, okay, there's this coworker that's been here XYZ amount of years, I can just go ask them really quick, get some knowledge real quick and keep it moving. Instead of like working with a startup, you're you're gonna have to figure that out because those things are not there.
Yeah.
And so that takes more of your attention because you have to do those kind of things. Um, so that's kind of how I like it's going to be different depending on, like I said, where you work, what you do, and things of that nature there. And like for you, like yours is different. You have to go in to
Yeah.
one and
For one,
you
yeah.
and you're remote on the other, right? So like I'm always remote. So like I hop off one and then like the next one is like, there or whatever. So I don't necessarily have to like get up, put clothes on or whatever, yada yada yada. It's manually like shut this shit down. Let's hop on to the other one and see what's going on. But yeah.
It's to the point where, like I was saying, sometimes I sit in that office when I'm in there for that half day, and I'm just like, what the fuck am I doing here? What am I doing here? Like, I could be at home in my drawers working, like literally in my drawers working, doing what I have to do, taking meetings, you know, taking cases and everything like that. Not being here, not it's I don't know. It's still some shit I gotta think about, but I definitely understand what you're saying when you're because I've worked for companies that have like their knowledge base already set, and there are certain things that you document that is kind of reoccurring. So if you see it once, you take documentation of it, and then you can, you know, if it's the same thing, you give them that answer, duplicate it on your own, walk them through it, and everything like that. Got it. Cool. Um. So yeah. So with just in general with like workload, I've realized that because at first I was like, oh yeah, I can do this shit. This shit's fucking easy. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do both in the office. Yeah, no, I was like, I'm gonna do both in the office, blah, 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 blah. Because I was told that I could do both of them remotely. Well, one of them says the only way that you can get hours is if you come into the office. So me logging into my computer, taking meetings and stuff with you, it's not considered that. So I said, fuck it. I'm gonna leave the laptop that I have at the office. I'm not gonna bring that shit home. Fuck that. That's counterintuitive like a motherfucker. So I said that. And then it was something that you said that I was thinking about today on how like I think we might have talked about this, but it kind of goes into this whole work realm shit and the whole like I was So I was talking to my manager at the range, and he kind of said something interesting to me. We were talking about kind of like the different generations of just people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how different generations, the way that they see life and shit like that.
Yeah.
And he was like, boomers, i.e., my parents, right? My parents and stuff are like, not my parents, but they're like, you don't they tell everybody you don't want to work, you don't know what working hard is, blah blah blah, woot woot woot. Then You got then that's like the boomers tell the Gen Xers because the Gen Xers hear that shit and they're like, it's so many Gen Xers that I know, and when Gen X is like late 30s into 40s, I think maybe
Yeah,
like
your 70, 80s babies. Yeah.
yeah. So then you get into them, and it's like honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like all those motherfuckers did was just fuck. I swear.
What the
I feel
fuck?
like no, but when you sit here and think, like, really think about this. Think about people that are like in that generation age, right? Think about where they are now,
Yeah.
and think. Do you think that they were able to? Do you think that they were able to like get to where they wanted to get to? Yes, there are some like that, but I've seen a lot of Gen Xers that have tons of fucking kids. A lot of them, yeah, I might get hatred.
I think I see where you're going with this, but
Yeah,
I think it's just where we are now at the times. Like the boomers are gonna be like, we don't want to work, we're lazy, but they
yeah,
fail to realize that no longer does one income support
or
everybody in a
yeah,
family,
yep,
and like we have to work like two, three jobs to have like multiple streams of income
yep,
just to be able to take care of ourselves. And so, they just think that, oh no, you're
yeah,
not doing it right, or you have bad money management. No, it's not. Our wages are not keeping up with inflation. And so, like, we're having to do extra shit. Gen X or not, well, yeah, the Gen X after them. Yeah. So with them, they mostly caught the last little tail end of like being able to like have that one family or whatever, or having that one income and support a family or whatever,
couldn't
and
cope.
and right, and cope, right,
Yeah,
and
couldn't
so
cope. Yeah,
right, and so they, you know if the mom did, she probably had like a part-time job, so they got that little extra bit of income. But like us millennials, we're realizing that like kids are fucking expensive. We already
yeah,
got like money issues. We've been through so many like world events
yep.
in our like young age that like we're just like, nah, I'm good. I don't want the kids or whatever. And like,
They were just, but the Gen X's just popped them shits out like nothing, and then it's just like, and then it's just crazy to me how like when it comes to the Gen Xers, they it's almost like this like, yeah, I know what I'm talking about shit. Nigga, no you don't. What? Like what? No you don't. You
yeah,
think you know. You think you're a boomer, but in all reality you really not. So then when we come in, the millennials, it's the whole, because I don't think Gen Xers were told, get given the whole speech of you got to go to college, you have to go to college, you have to go to college, you got to go to college in order to get to where you got to get to, right? Millennials come in and it's like you got to go to fucking college, you got to go to fucking college, get the degrees that you need to get, blah 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 blah. I'll tell you what, one of the biggest things that was never talked about with me, like, or just like in general, were blue collar jobs, i.e., plumbers, electricians, masonaries, shit like that. I didn't know about that shit until I got older
yeah,
because it was never anything that was said.
yeah. It's true. It's like you got to think about it. Like as the change in industry has like progressed, like boomers, they were more what, like, I don't know, but I know like Gen X, like they're more textile, more
Yeah.
you know automotive industry, blue collar, like plumber, HVAC. Those type of roles were like, hey, go get a trade, go get learn something, like. And we were told, oh yeah, we gotta go to college. Gotta go to college. You know, you gotta go to college to have a good, a good
Yeah.
job,
Yep.
all that stuff, yada 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 yada. And I think now with like the generation after us, they're starting to realize that like you don't necessarily have to go to college. Like
Yeah.
right now, in the state of the economy and the way it is, it's going to college is completely
Waste of
useless.
money. Yeah. A waste of
It's a waste
fucking
of money.
money.
Like you're better off getting a trade
Yeah.
and doing that,
Yep.
or finding some like skill niche role and learning that
Yeah.
versus going to college for 4 years, because there's so many people right now that are like
Looking
getting these
hard.
degrees and not even doing the job that they were preparing for.
And
Like, or right now it's an epidemic where like entry level roles for like people coming out of college, they're like non-existent. Like my nephew, who's like in his, I think he's in his senior year now, like
yeah.
he did an internship or whatever, and he's been like messaging me and then like, hey, where can I find this kind of job, or you got any tips or whatever, because it's just so hard out there. But luckily, like the place he did his internship at this summer, they were like, hey, we can hire you on, whenever you're done with school. So he's not going through that. But there's so many that are like not finding roles after they get that piece of paper. It's insane.
It. I saw somebody else on a podcast. I forgot. Maybe they said it like this. Boomers are like we had the money. Gen Xers were like, we know that the money's there, but we don't want to do too much for it. Millennials are like, where is the fucking money?
Where is it? Because we ain't
And
finding
then
it anywhere.
Gen Zers are like, I really don't give a fuck about the money. I don't give a fuck, right? And because when I heard that, I was like, that is absolutely right. As a millennial, I'm like, where the fuck is it? Let me know, because I if I can, I said this before. If I can do it all over again, I never would have went to college. My ass would have been an electrician, a plumber, only if I knew about it. If
Mhm.
I knew about, if I knew about all the options,
I think
then
that's where I got lucky because, like, in high school, we had what we call like an extension campus.
yeah,
So, pretty much that like geared you up for certain roles that were like trade based. So, like automotive, I think they did have some HVAC classes, nursing, like accounting classes, banking classes. I
that's
took
funny.
biomedical sciences.
Yeah,
So, like, you do get like, I got lucky and I got exposure. So I knew like for me, I wanted to be in like well, originally I wanted to be in like the healthcare field, and I found out like nursing was not it for me. So like I took biomedical sciences, and then like I was like, okay, well, tech, and now I kind of do both. So it's it's that kind of thing. But I think that's where, as millennials, our parents and the school system failed us. It was not letting us know that there's other options out there instead of breathing down our neck about college admissions and SAT scores and, you know, things of that sort. There's other options out there. College is not for everybody, obviously. And even if you went to college, that's not guaranteed that you're going to get a good job after college, you know. I know
and then
somebody with a psychology degree and they don't even use it. They haven't used it. So it's just a waste of money and paper.
that's the other thing too. Like, there are certain degrees that I think are just like, what are you gonna do with that shit?
Right.
What are you gonna do with that? Like, I love art, love it to death, right? If you're not going to be teaching art, I don't know what you're gonna do with it, bro. You
It's gonna be a
have
piece of
there are
paper.
ton, huh?
It's gonna be a piece of paper. That's it.
I know there are tons of outlets out there that you can do to get your shit out there. But the question is, are you actually going to do it? Are you actually going to put yourself out there and your work to be criticized, to be talked about, to be looked at in a way
Mm-hmm.
that isn't the way that you wanted it to be looked at, but looked at in totally different ways? Because that's the way art should be looked at, right? But when you put your shit out there, i.e., like us doing this shit, it gets critiqued, it gets talked about, it gets ridiculed and laughed at, and all that shit. Like, it happens. Who gives a fuck? You gonna do it or not? But getting a degree in that shit, I know tons of artists that are great artists, and a lot of them don't have a degree in art at all. None of them. I even thought about going to get my MFA in photography, and I'm happy that I didn't go, because that just would have been more money out my pocket. For what?
And now
For
you don't
what?
even do photography.
Yeah, I don't even do photography anymore. I don't. I said, nah, I'm done. Because anybody could pick up a fucking camera and take shit. And honestly, I swear to goodness, I was taking pictures like crazy in college and a little bit after college too. Like, I had equipment, studio lights. I still got studio lights and everything. And I got really fucking good at it. Like, I got good. And as soon as I saw where Instagram was going, and I
Mm-hmm.
saw where all that shit was going, I was like, "Oh, this is gonna get really saturated really fast."
And now look, we have AI,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's
This, ooh, this is gonna get crazy.
yeah.
Um, but with all of that, we come to with workload, you kind of have to relax and relieve your stress, right? So first, let me ask you this question: what would actually help you relieve stress more? Music or gaming?
So for me, I think it really depends on like the situation. Like if I'm angry
Yeah.
or like I'm just not in a good mood, gaming and shooting and killing things is always a nice stress reliever.
Yeah.
But like if I'm like anxious or like, you know, kind of like depressed or whatever the case may be, I think music helps me more in those particular situations just because like I'm one of those people. I think that like for me music kind of is like the soundtrack of my life. Like I can listen to a particular song and I can know what I was feeling like in that particular point of life. Like, oh, okay, I remember like this song. Yeah, I used to play this all the time when I was like going through X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
Um, or, you know, oh yeah, I remember when this happened, this song was playing in the background. Like it's just like that for me. So I'm one of those different ones. I it's both. What
I
about you?
can I probably gaming is definitely relaxing and a stress reliever, but it would have to be music. Um Lo-Fi Girl put out a channel last month, and it's a live channel with like the Brazilian lo-fi shit, and that shit, oh my gosh, that shit hits every fucking time. I am a lo-fi fucking fiend. I love it to death
God, he is.
because it's just great instrumental. It's great.
We
Like,
actually talked about that last
yeah,
week. It was like we in our team meeting we have like an icebreaker or whatever, and
yeah,
like I asked, what does everybody listen to during work
yeah,
to get through the day? And like most of them were like nothing, which was surprising. But like another guy on my team is he's closer to my age, but
yeah.
he was like, "Oh yeah, I listen to like binaural beats and lo-fi or whatever." I was like, "Yeah, me too."
Oh,
Like we were just yeah. So
it's the way
I
to go.
do.
Like,
Yeah.
we don't have. this raccoon, like, this is from Chill Hop. I have one still in the box. I bought two of these things years ago.
Oh man.
This is the Chill Hop raccoon, right? And
Yeah.
Chill Hop is based out of, I think, Sweden. And I saw this and I said, "Oh my gosh, I want this because this is like a Funko Pop almost." So I bought two of them, and it just sits here right on my desk. And honestly, it just reminds me why I love like lo-fi. Um, but it's something about music that I can listen to and that like really just it calms the fuck out of me. It
Mhm.
really does. It relaxes me. Um, so it music to me is my shit. But I think some people do like video games also, which is cool, right? And I think we hinted on this last week. So what I'm going to do is just go through a list of video games from most stressful to least stressful, right? So we're going to start with most stressful games, high pressured, right?
Mhm.
Intense, punishing. First game, most stressful. You want to take a guess?
Dark Souls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark Souls, Elder Ring series, Soulborne games. What it says here is tough bosses, constant death, and high stakes. That's number one.
I hate Dark Souls so much. Oh my god. Like years ago, like we had a goal on my channel and like they challenged me to play Dark Souls 3. Oh my god, the amount of like anger. I ended up rage quitting that game. I don't think I've picked it up since because I just hate that fucking game. But yeah, it
I kind of
is.
wonder if somebody is like, "Oh yeah, I love Dark Souls."
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's people that love that shit.
because you don't have a soul. Has to be. So like you said, number two is Bloodborne. Number three is interesting to me,
What is it?
but I get it because I've watched people play it. Cuphead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be it. Yeah, I play Cuphead. I definitely agree.
Yeah, Cuphead. Cuphead
Yeah.
is number three. Fast pace, boss rush, very unforgiving. Um, Number four, I would actually enjoy playing this is Doom Eternal. Uh, they say it's chaotic, relentless demon fights, but that's, I mean,
Uh,
I played
I
Gears of
mean,
War, so
I mean, I like Doom. Doom
yeah,
is what? I don't know. Number 4.
number four. And then number five is Call of Duty, Warzone, Apex Legends, competitive battle
See, that'll be
royales.
number 4 for me because that's more of those are more stress inducing because you have other players
Yeah,
that you're playing with.
and you got to keep your head on a swivel at
You
all
you're
times.
right. And
Yeah,
then like not just that, like you're playing with random like well, you don't know who everybody on your team, so like you don't know everybody's
exactly.
play style and like some people could be ass or you might be ass and then they talking shit about you. Like it's a lot to go into that. So like that'll I can see that being number 4, but not number 5 for at least for
Uh,
me.
Also, I have a crazy hot take. I hate battle royales. I think they're dumb. Um, Sorry, gonna go off this tangent real quick. I remember I was seeing videos of big streamers talking about Battlefield
Hmm.
and how like what they need to do to fix it. I don't know if they were joking. I don't know if they were like on some real shit, but they were talking about like making Battlefield like a battle royale type shit.
Hmm.
We don't need that shit. All right, back to this list. We don't need it. Leave Battlefield the way that it is. Stick to your fucking Fortnites and all that shit. Uh, Rainbow Six Siege. I agree with this. Is number six.
No,
Ra-
that should be before Call of Duty.
oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Rainbow Six Siege is like
I know some Siege players. Yeah,
yeah.
that definitely should be higher
Oh
up.
yeah. That shit is tactical as fuck. That's crazy. Um, number number seven is Escape from Tokov.
Oh my
playset.
god, that should be higher up on the list. Oh,
Permadeath looting and very stressful PvP PC only. Number 8, Overwatch 2, Valorant. I don't get Valorant.
I don't get Valorant either.
Yeah, I get it. You know, it's competitive shit, but eh. Dead by Daylight is number 9,
Okay, yeah, yeah.
and I don't know. This number 10 is weird, but I get it. Resident Evil 7 and 8.
That was such that that doesn't belong on the list.
Yeah, I think people play that more for the fun of it. If you're not, I feel like people that play Resident Evil usually have played all the rest of them. I don't
Yeah.
know. There are definitely people that get it that never played it before, and that's when I can see it being stressful. But most people that have played or played Resident Evil have usually played it before and kind of expect certain shit to happen. You know, so that's, I don't know why that's on there. A game that's like that I can think of, that's, I don't play stressful games like that. Just in general, nah, Metal Gear ain't stressful.
Okay.
It ain't. Nah, Metal Gear's not stressful. Nah. Nah, it's not.
That's
Uh,
fine.
so moderately. First, actually, I kind of want to start. That's the high. I don't really care about moderately, but we can go through it just because. It has Fortnite again. Um, as number 11, Monster Hunter World for number 12.
Yeah, I can see that.
Big boss fights,
Yep.
grindy but rewarding.
Mm-hmm.
The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. I would think people would see that as more like relaxing, but it says open world with survival chain challenges, but beautiful and calming too.
How many games are on this list?
30.
Okay.
What?
No, nothing. Go on.
It's crazy. Hades is number 14. I get why Hades is up there. Uh, the rest of these are kind of shit. Streets of Rage is not fucking.
Wow, I'm surprised that is even on the list.
Yeah, Streets of Rage 4. Get that shit the fuck out of here. Um, Diablo's number 19, which
It depends on how you playing. Like, if you playing like me and you doing like seasonal shit and you're like on Torment 3 and 4, yeah, 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 it could be stressful.
and then FIFA, Madden, and 2K are honestly, I would think that shit is more stressful than moderately stressful. I would think those games are more stressful because those shits are competitive as hell in every way. In every way. I mean, because I mean, how else is 2K and FIFA and Madden gonna take those people's money? They have to give them something. They got to give them something to do. They got to give them something to do. Shit, they have to. Um, Low stress games. This is pretty. What do you think the first one is?
The Sims?
Number 25.
Okay.
Uh, Animal Crossing: New Horizons.
Yeah, that makes sense. I
Yeah,
was thinking that of Stardew Valley.
that's number 2. That's the second one. That's the second one on the list. Minecraft creative mode, which I get. You just go in there and just do what you got to do.
Mm,
Uh, The Sims, Slime Rancher, Power Wash Simulator.
mm-hmm.
I get it. That could be some relaxing shit. And Cozy Grove. I don't know what the fuck that
I don't
is.
know what that is.
Yeah, I don't either. But the Dark Souls and the Elden Ring shit, I can definitely see that
Yeah,
being number
yeah,
one.
that's definitely number one.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. This is, and I think this is one of the reasons why I say I rather listen to music than play video games because yeah, I might get stressed out if I don't beat a level, but I just turn it off and just go away and just come back to it later. When I was younger, oh nigga, I used to get pissed off that I couldn't beat a fucking level. I'd be mad as fuck when I was younger. I'd be mad as shit. I'd be playing like it was. I know exactly the fucking level too. Donkey Kong. It was the level where they're on that damn cart and that makeshift on that makeshift railroad, and you have to get the jumps right. And couldn't get that shit, man. And you know what the crazy shit is? Then I remember I had the Super Nintendo at my dad's house, and I remember coming back there, and my dad and my stepmother actually were able to do it because they were practicing.
Oh, I know that had to piss you off.
They were able to practice when I wasn't there. So when I saw them do it, I was like, "What in the fuck is going on?" But that was a hard one for me. I remember that one very very well. But yeah, when I was younger, I used to get pissed off at like crazy games, crazy games. Oh, maybe I don't do that anymore. Um, I'm serious. I'm serious. Uh, well, it was something else that I wanted to bring up. Oh, I think also this is another segue. I watched that new season of King of the Hill.
Yeah,
I love it.
I did too. It was really
I thought
good.
I thought it was fucking great the way they did it.
You know,
Love seeing
apparently
Connie.
they already finished season 2, like the
Oh,
next season, and we're
I
supposed to get
love
it
that.
next year.
Look, I think the way that they made Bobby, we saw Bobby kind of already like self-aware and
Hmm.
growing and understanding who he is and other people around him, and him being an adult, becoming a chef, it all makes sense. But he's also like very considerate and emotional and just all around a good person because I think he saw the way that his dad was,
Yeah,
and then he saw his mother, which I think Peggy has fucking dementia or something because she's fucking crazier than Dale. Like, she's a nut. When, man, the way that, what was the word that she was saying? Well, she is saying, she kept on saying Saudi Arabia weird.
she
And
was. She was saying it weird. I'm just like,
and it irked the fuck out of me. I was like, oh my God, this is Peggy. Peggy is the I said this before and I'm gonna say it again. And I posted this on TikTok and it got so people were like, I remember reading one comment and it said, you know what? I was gonna get mad at first, but I think he's right. Peggy is the dumbest character in King of the Hill.
she is. I remember that comment. I was like, yeah, but she is. Like,
Yeah.
it is. It is. It's hard because like she thinks she is the smartest person in the room,
Yes.
and that's why it's so bad. Like like if she was like Lucky, but technically Lucky was smart, but like she was like Lucky, and like
Yeah.
everybody just thought was like, oh, stupid. Okay, it would have been. It's fine, but
Yeah.
because she thinks she's the smartest person in the room and that she knows everything,
Right.
it's bad. Like for instance, when they were doing the whole like investment scheme or whatever, like she. It, she was like, let's go ahead and do this. And Hank is like, no, let's not. Let's keep our safe assets and get our 3 to 5%. And guess what ends up happening? Like, but she did save him at the end. She did save him.
You know what's crazy? This is how you know Peggy's dumb because Hank and Bobby don't even acknowledge the shit that she says
No,
anymore
they don't.
because they both know that she's talking shit. Like I remember Peggy was like, or you can name it, after your mother. And no, it was the beer episode. And they were like, what are you gonna Bobby, you gonna name your beer after me? And he was like, yeah, mom. Mm, mm, mm-hmm,
Or you
mm-hmm.
remember the episode where she has to go through the MRI, and
Yeah,
she's like freaking the fuck out. She's like, "No, I'm not having a panic attack. No, I'm
yeah,
fine. I'm fine."
yep, yep.
Huh.
And Bobby came in and was like, "Hey, mom, I'm here. Guess what? We're gonna be having like a mother's like
Yeah,
get
yeah,
together dinner all the time." And the doctor was like, "Oh, how did you know that she was like, kind of claustrophobic and all that stuff?" He was like, I don't know. It's just something that I just do." Like, and I love the way that I like the way that first of all, the chick that took a shit on Jerry Jones's table is insane. Um, Second, I love seeing Hank's brothers because they showed both of them.
yep.
That was cool. I do like that Hank is in his brother's life and
Hmm.
wants to be in his brother's life and kind of turn him into a better person. Um, did you notice that uh what's Hank's brother's mom name? What is her name?
Is it Debbie?
Is it Debbie? Yeah, it might be. It might be Debbie. You notice that she got rid of all those stupid implants and shit that
Mm-hmm.
Cotton had.
Had her get, yeah.
Yeah. Um, but I I thought it was a really good fucking season. I thought it was really good the way that they did it. And I kind of like how Connie and Bobby kind of come back together.
Yeah.
I think that shit is great how they kind of just walk past each other and just like, oh shit,
It's
it's
kind of,
Connie.
yeah. The only thing I think is kind of like somewhat disappointing is that
Yeah.
like Joseph still
Yeah. Has no fucking clue.
has no fucking clue.
Yeah.
Like, you remember when he was in the restaurant, he's like, "Yo, man, I'm the only white guy
Yeah.
on my crew," and then the guy
Yeah.
was like,
He was like,
he was
he
like,
knew. Yeah. Bobby knew when he was younger.
"Yeah,
Bobby knew
everybody
Bobby.
knows
Yeah. Except for,
except for
well,
him."
except for Peggy, too. Peggy found out late also.
She found out late, but
Yeah.
she knows. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
everybody knows.
Yeah. That shit was crazy. I was like, oh my gosh, man. I I thought it was amazing. I like seeing everybody, seeing Khan, them being divorced and oh, if
Hmm.
you haven't watched that shit, spoiler alert.
Oh,
Um, but yeah,
oh, is it Dee Dee? It is Dee Dee.
Dee Dee. Thank you. Um, but yeah, man, they did a damn good job with that. I was very surprised. I thought they were gonna like really kind of go on like this whole like PC shit and
Yeah,
kind of not like, you know, touch certain things and everything like that. Like that relationship that Connie was in with Chain Wasanasan.
yeah,
And that, first of all, fuck Connie for that, right? Connie was kind of an asshole for that. And I'm going to be real with you because the thing that happened was she felt really emotional and needed somebody to talk to. And Chain
hmm,
was like, I don't have to do none of that shit. And then Connie comes out of her mouth and says, "Oh, you think, oh, it's what? Just because we're in this, you can't be there for me when I need you to be there?" And in my head, I'm like, Connie, isn't that the whole point of the shit, the whole structure of your relationship?
and
That's the
it was just like, why are you in this open relationship
right,
with him?
right.
Anyways, like, that part was like a mess. I didn't
Yeah.
like that either. It was,
I was like,
but
the fuck?
that season that they put out is like one of
Yeah.
the highest rated animated series that they've done on Hulu for a while. So yeah, I'm ready to see what they're gonna do for
Yeah.
the next season to see how that
Yep.
goes.
I, I do wonder if they're gonna bring back Luann.
Can't. If they do, they have to be a new whole new voice actor. But
Yeah.
I don't I don't know. I wouldn't think so.
So they
Because then
just get
you have to also revoice Lucky.
yeah. But they had a whole kid.
They did.
That whole
Unless they
kid.
bring back the kid
Possibly.
by itself.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And that could be oh. Nah, they ain't gonna do that because Peggy gonna make that kid look stupid. I don't like that.
Yeah.
But it would be cool to if they brought you know, brought her up and stuff like that. That'd be dope. That'd be sick. But yeah, man, that was a really good season. I really fucks with that.
Yeah.
And that was honestly, that's all I want. That's the only. There's really nothing else TV wise that I'm looking forward to. I've been watching what's that? I can't think about that anime.
What?
It's the one with the dude named he gets tossed down into like a trash world, and he's a cleaner, and he has these powers that I can't pronounce the name. It starts with a G. Damn it! But I've been watching it like a lot. Oh, man, this is stupid. I can't think about it. Fuck. But it's good though. It has a lot of good black characters in it.
I have to look it up.
Yeah, like a really like one of them. I think I could possibly cosplay. It's actually a really good character,
Okay.
and honestly, you could cosplay one of them too. Um, no, I'm serious, and she's kind of a badass too. Um, but yeah, I've been watching that, and
I've been watching that. Like, I know you guys see it on Facebook, but if you haven't watched it, it's interesting. And I'm gonna give you spoilers, so whatever.
shoot,
But you know that like catfish high school like shit where the mom is literally like basically like harassing her own daughter. It is crazy. Like, how can you do that to your own child
what
and be like, but I love them?
what?
And
Yes, sorry,
yeah, like,
sorry.
but I love them.
That's it.
What? Ugh, it was just crazy.
That's the name of it. Can you see that?
Yes, I see it, and I'm
Yeah,
not going to even try to say it.
yeah. That's why. That's it. But it's a great series. But I have not seen what you were talking about. That sounds
No,
crazy.
yeah,
That sounds crazy.
like it literally starts like okay, so her daughter has this boyfriend or whatever. They've been together since they were like super young, like
Yeah.
12, 13, or whatever. And like they start getting these harassing text messages or whatever, like trying to break them up or whatever. And it was weird because like the person that was texting them knew stuff about like what was going on in school and
Yeah.
their friends and all that shit. And like fast forward, we come to find out it was the mom, and everybody's like, "Why the fuck would you even do that?" And then like, so the dude's mom is like, I think she probably like had a crush or a infatuation with this kid, and like turns out like the mom said that she had this job for like a year at this place and she didn't. She just been lying every day saying she was going to work when she wasn't, and she was just texting her kid and her boyfriend to harass them. It's wild. It's just like, oh well, damn.
He was what? Did she want the boyfriend or something?
we don't we don't
Oh
know,
man, that's
but
crazy.
probably so.
That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
Jesus. Um. But yeah, you guys like take vacation time. Don't
Use your
overstress
PTO.
yourself. Yeah. Don't overstress yourself. Uh. That's it, man. That's all the fuck I got. That's all the fuck I got. You guys were almost at 300
Ooh.
followers on TikTok and almost 100 on Instagram. Which
Yay.
I know that sounds low to some people, but that's actually really cool to me. Um, so appreciate that. Um, yeah. Is there anything else you want to add? You gonna be streaming anytime soon?
Fuck no, I'm sick. I'm about to go like take me a bath and take some NyQuil and go to bed. I don't feel good. That's what I'm gonna go do.
Oh, I didn't get the purple one. The
So oh the
cluster.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't get the purple because supposedly that's gonna fuck with my eyes, and I already have like bad vision when I'm like driving at night sometimes.
Mhm.
So that shit's gonna be hard on the eyes. So I went with like a ice blue.
I mean, that'll work. That'll
Yeah,
work.
something real chill. But yeah, thank you guys for listening. Uh, like I said, appreciate the likes and the follows and the people that actually watch us live. Thank you very, very much. It's greatly appreciated.
We love you
And
guys.
and yeah, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Bye.